All right, what is going on, guys? Welcome to today's stream. We got a little Tuesday night stream going on tonight. We're gonna go over some charts like normal, take a look at what we got, see if we can make some money. Hopefully everybody had a good day. I appreciate everyone who joined. Welcome. Appreciate you guys. We're gonna dive into some charts tonight. I have one chart that I'm looking at tonight that looks very, very solid. EuroJPY on the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 15, all of the time frames on EuroJPY looks absolutely solid. We're going to go over our charts from top to bottom, starting on the 4 hour, analyzing down to the 15. But EuroJPY looks like the move right now, to be quite honest with you. And it's this chart right here. We had some major consolidation above a key support zone right here, and it looks like we're moving towards the upside. Our EMA ribbon's pointing towards the upside, and we've created some fair value gaps. So looking at our charts right now, EuroJPY is the main chart that we'll be looking at so far tonight. That's the one that I like the best. And if we're looking at in terms of measurement, you're looking at 6-7 pips to the top, looking at a possibly 23 pip swing all the way to the top there. So that's definitely a chart that we'll be looking at. Moving on, we're going to move on to EuroJPY. EuroJPY is at a very strong resistance right here. Miguel, what's going on? Miguel, what's up, man? EuroJPY is at a strong resistance right here. We're going to see if it blows through it or if we get some rejection on this spot right here. But EuroJPY, as always, pretty much has the most volume pretty much out of any pair typically of the night. GBP CHF, we're looking at possible buys here. We are at a low that is we're just looking at buys here. We're at a low that is dating back to November 26th, Wednesday, November 26th. So we should expect to see some rejection here and some movement upwards. I would certainly expect to see that. You don't typically... Fernando Gomez, what's going on? How are you? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you joining. But yeah, GBP CHF looks like buys and EuroJPY looks like buys. GBP NZD also looks like buys, again at a pretty strong support. Euro USD absolutely blew through the channel here last night and is on an uptrend. We certainly see it moving upwards. It looks like it tapped some highs over here, but we could possibly see this moving upwards. NZD-JPY blew through our recent resistance. We had a pretty strong resistance going back pretty far here, and we blew through it. So NZD-JPY, we could look to see some retracement back down this way. That's something we're going to watch. And then USD-CAD. Very, very tiny candles on the 4 hour. Hasn't broke the fair value gap. Looks like we should see this start to move down this way. But that's what we're seeing there. Typically seeing dojis that small is a sign of reversal. However, it has not broken this area to move up. So with that being said, there's a lot of tension right here. We're going to watch this trade pretty closely to see what happens. But right now, my number one is EuroJPY. EuroJPY is my number one right now. We have full consolidation above the zone right here, like I said, above this fair value gap. All these candles for the past, let's see, we're looking at almost all these candles for the past 13 hours have held above the zone and maintained this fair value gap. We're looking for possible 24 pips. Aloha, what books or YouTube courses do you recommend for learning? Really, you can find anything on YouTube. To be quite honest with you, I wrote a pretty good ebook on trading, but if you're looking for other than me, Adam Khoo is really good. Adam Khoo, I believe. He's really good. Good question, though. Adam Khoo is a great trader. He's been in the game for a very long time. But we had the break and the retest twice on this. So unlike yesterday where we had the break and retest, this one we have a break and retest and then another retest here. So we should see this fly. We should see this go. And looking at the 4-hour, looking at the 1-day chart even, it's looking like we're probably going to fill a wick here. And again, just on the measurement tool here, you're looking at 23 or so pips. That's my number one chart right now. I would like to see a little bit more movement though. Before we actually got in anything, I need a little bit more confirmation. But so far, that's looking the most solid. Like I said, GBP CHF, very, very strong support. It looks like we're probably going to be able to take buys here. You've got a couple doji dragonfly candles down here. I don't use harmonic patterns. I think it's too confusing. I use a pretty simple strategy. I personally don't like harmonic patterns, but I also haven't used them too much. So take that into account when I'm saying that. Like I said, EuroJPY at a very strong support. We're going to see if we get some rejection here. I think we will. I think we'll probably be able to get some rejection down to this area, about 35 pips. So we're going to put that as a sell. But yeah, those are our top charts right now. That's what we're looking at. I know everybody likes to talk about gold, so we can look at gold. Again, gold absolutely broke a new high. Gold might reach $5,000 an ounce. Gold is just non-stop moving. Typically, that happens when people are unsure of the dollar, so take that with what you will, but gold is moving big time. Gold hasn't stopped in, I mean, weeks. It really hasn't. It's just been moving every time, every session it's gapped up. I mean, you're looking at 9 days of uptrend. Going back to, yeah, after its previous low was right here. Yeah, it's been on an uptrend for 11 days. If you count down here, gold's been on an uptrend for almost 22 days. You know, they say what goes up must come down. However, I don't know if it's ever going to come down anytime soon in the next couple weeks. Just based on what we're seeing here with the chart. Again, it's hard to read a chart that is in unprecedented and uncharted territory, but it just seems to keep going up and up and up. It hasn't stopped. So again, like I said, EuroGBP is our number one right now. I'd like to see it break this area. I'd like to see us break these highs. But it looks like we're probably going to be for a go there, just based off the retest twice. We had a retest here, and we had a retest here into this fair value gap. So it looks like we are in a bullish pattern here, and that we are going to move upwards. We are a little zoomed out more than normal, guys. I'm looking at the 4-hour and the 1-hour, and the reason I'm doing that is because the last couple of trades we had, we did get cooked on. We had the last 3 trades we took did not go our way, and a lot of it was liquidity, but most of it was we had some reversals on us on higher time frames that ended up panning out in the opposite direction. We analyzed it correctly on lower time frames, but the higher time frames kind of swept and took us out. So we're going to start on higher time frames today, kind of adjust on the way. But my 2 favorite are GBP CHF for buys and Euro GBP for buys. Like I said, we haven't been back here since November 25th. I think we're going to definitely get some rejection down here. See this move up. We could certainly even get in it right now, even in its early stages. I realize that on the 15 it doesn't quite meet all of our standards. However, on the 4-hour, it does. It does, as well as the 1-hour. Sometimes you have to just look at very simple support and resistance and see where you're at. And today, we've got a couple candles that are just at very strong supports. They've closed bullish for the past 3 hours, almost out of the past 6 hours. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, over 6 hours of bullish candles. So I do think we're going to get a move up this way. With that being said, we can look to see possibly 40 pips. More realistically, though, 15 to 38. 15 to 38 pips based off what we're looking at right now. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm liking. But EuroJPY and GBP CHF. Euro USD is also on an extreme uptrend. I just don't know what it's going to do at this point. It's not really at any sort of resistance or anything. It's kind of free from here to here. So from here to here is pretty free. This whole area right here is pretty free of any like traffic or congestion. So this could end up pushing up towards the high side, or we could see some market correction back down this way. But based off what we're looking at right now, it looks like this fair value gap is holding pretty strong. It's been holding for 17 hours. So one could say it's a pretty strong fair value gap. But that's something that we're going to look at here as well. NZD-JPY is on the 4 hour. Again, we don't really have much to go off of. This whole zone right here it could go either way. We could see it toward the upside or we could see it toward the downside, but the overall trend is bullish. You can even go down to the 1 day, and if you look at the 1 day, we had a pretty big wick up here with a fair value gap, which would let you see that pretty much it might go this way. Ramasmi, what's up, man? Nice for joining. Mystic Funk back again. Appreciate you joining. Good to see you. Appreciate you guys joining. But NZD-JPY does look like a solid buy here as well. So we've got a couple different charts here that we're looking at, but my top three are going to be EuroJPY for buys, GBP CHF for buys, and then NZD-JPY for buys. All of them look like they could go for possibly 20-30 pips. So we're seeing some decent movement, some decent free zones for us to reach up through. That's what's important to look at here is, where is the potential pips? Well, the potential pips here are on NZD-JPY, GBP CHF, and EuroJPY. EuroJPY, we're going to want to see at least break something. We're almost 15 minutes into the candle, and it hasn't done much. So, with that being said, it looks like we're holding this area pretty strong on EuroJPY. GBP CHF, I'd like to see blow through this fair value gap. I'd like to see it take out that. Octavio's buying gold. Yeah, so is everyone else. Yep. Everyone's buying gold. Buying gold, buying gold, buying gold. The thing is, like I said, there's just no structure to it. Like, where is it going to go? To me, it's a guess. Everybody's just banking on it, keep going up forever. So we're just banking on it going up forever with no intel whatsoever on what's going to happen. For me, I can't get in on that. It's probably a good trade. But, I mean, you're about $300 away. You know what I mean? It's $319 away from the all-time high again. Well, it kind of is. It's XAU USD. So yeah, it's a pair. I agree. But I just don't know when it's going to stop rising. There's no resistance at all. There's no resistance because we're in areas that we've never seen before. So for me, I'm not the fan. Yeah, it has. It's gone up for a long time. You can look at it on the week chart. It literally has not stopped moving up. Look at this. Look at this. Hasn't stopped moving up, but like I'm saying, when is the top? We don't know. It's never been here before. What is the top? Well, we're at it right now. We're at the top right now. It's just, where is it? When does it stop going up? Peanut, what's going on Twitch? Thanks for joining, Peanut. I see what you're saying, though. If you think it's an easy buy, I personally don't trade gold, so. Peanut, just started trading? Nice. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully we can teach you something tonight and you can learn a little bit from how we trade. But we got some setups here, and we're looking for the proper entry is what we're looking for. We're looking for the proper entry on something. And we're most likely going to see it probably on the hour somewhere. A lot of very small consolidation on this USDCAD with tests at the fair value gap a couple times here. Looks like this may come down here. But a lot of very, very smaller candles, not really moving much at all. From top to bottom, you got... From top to bottom, you only got 23 pips for the last while. Yeah, we did just start the trading year. Yeah, I agree with you there. So, you know, we'll see what happens with gold. We'll see what happens. Yeah, most of these are looking pretty bullish. Appreciate you, Octavio. Yeah, most of them are looking pretty bullish right now. Most of them are, especially the ones that are at key supports. I mean, we're at a key support here on GBP CHF dating back to November. You have a test here, you have a test here, you have a test here, and you have a test here. So I would expect to see some movement upwards here on this chart. It's four tests at a pretty strong support. So just purely based on support and resistance, nothing else other than support and resistance. This one looks solid with the consolidation at the support. Yeah, you're correct, Octavio. And I have all that in my ebook, how gold correlates to different currency pairs. Yeah, it's important to understand how gold relates to the dollar and all the other currencies, especially the yen. There is direct correlations. El Musty, what's going on? Welcome back. Appreciate you joining. We're looking at a couple pairs here. EuroJPY, GBP CHF, NZD-JPY, and EuroJPY. So we're looking at a couple. We're just kind of waiting to see what happens here as some volume comes in. I think, so if we look at the day on EuroJPY, this is the day chart on EuroJPY, right? I think we're going to see Euro GBP make it up to this area, which would be roughly 22-ish pips. I think we're going to see Euro GBP up there. It's been above this fair value gap for an entire day and moving. It would certainly finish out this W pattern that we have going here. So, you know, you have kind of this W right here. It would certainly finish that out. It's not to say that we won't see some rejection and come back down. But there's a lot of different things that could happen here. But you're based on the day, the 4 hour, and the 1 hour, they're all looking pretty bullish. We've had a massive consolidation here at this fair value gap for over 19 hours. So that's something that we're going to want to look at and make sure that we're keeping our eye on. Same with GBP CHF. Really just would want to see it break this fair value gap before we got in. And then even then we might want to wait to see a break and retest to go this way. So that's something that we'd look to see. But it's still a little too early to tell on a lot of these. Even EuroJPY, if we drop down to the 4 hour, we might have to drop down even lower to the 1 day. It hasn't been this high pretty much. I don't know if it's not ever, but the last time it was at this point in time was Monday the 3rd of September 1990. 36 years ago was the last time that EuroJPY was this high. Just to give you an idea there. So we're looking at some pretty insane areas of support, resistance. This in particular is an area of resistance. Looking at some pretty strong areas. Definitely something to watch. But we're going to wait and see here. We're going to wait for a little bit more volume to come in. I'd like to see a little bit more retracement on this Euro GBP before we got anything in. Just to make sure that we're not going to retest this fair value gap again. I think we're pretty much past it based on the past 2 hours. I think we're past this. We've bounced off the EMA. We've bounced off the fair value gap. So it looks like we are going to move forward. We just kind of want to see what happens here over the next 20-30 minutes. So we're in a waiting pattern. But, you know, that's kind of like every day when we trade. It's you got to really wait to see what you're looking at. You know, analyze it, break it down, and then see where you want to get in. My only concern with Euro GBP is that it hasn't broken this area other than those two wicks back there. And they wicked back down pretty hard. But GBP CHF is moving. NZD JPY is moving. If we drop down to the 4 hour here, it looks like we could come down and retest for 26 pips on NZD. It's certainly a possibility. And then EuroJPY, like we talked about, is at some pretty high highs. So right now it's we've already analyzed. We just want to make sure we're getting in at the right point. The past couple days we've been getting in at points that were not ideal. I would say we got faked out a couple times, and that's just full transparency. It happens. But we're going to see if we can make some money today. Appreciate you guys liking the stream and subscribing, guys. Really means a lot. Thank you, guys. For those of you that have been with us for a while and those of you that are new, typically I only trade the Asian session. But we are going to trade the New York session tomorrow morning. USDJPY looks pretty bullish to me. USDJPY looks pretty bullish to me. The day closed bearish previously, and it's moving up. That's the only scary thing is the day. Miguel digging GBP CHF. Desmond, yeah, USD did have a crazy dip yesterday. Yeah, we got in for sells right over here. And it took us out this way and then came back down and we would have been in profit. This right here got us yesterday. Right here. Unfortunately. But it looks like it's switched to an uptrend. It looks like USDJPY is going to move up. But yeah, it did have a crazy dip last night. We traded it. We were trading it last night when this happened. Because we took sells right here on the 15-minute time frame. So if you look at the 15-minute, yeah, it was this candle right here. This is where we took sells on the 15-minute. We went into profit for a little bit, spiked back up, spiked back down, charted sideways, and then took us out up here because our stop losses were right up here. And it took us out right here before it came back down and went into TP2. And that happens sometimes. It's just the name of the game. Benny YR or Benny R. Yeah, you're looking at gold with those numbers. 4680. Your SL was at 4680 and they hit it and you were out. Four sixes. Oh, you're talking about yesterday. Yeah, down here. Yeah, I really like the EuroJPY chart. I like the EuroJPY chart a lot. I like the GBP CHF chart a lot. This one we're going to put as yellow. I'm not sure on that one. I do think that we're going to see some retracement and rejection on EuroJPY. Like I said, it hasn't been here since... Like I said, the last time this was here... Yeah, 1990, guys. 36 years. That's a long time. Not to say it can't break it, but I think that we're going to see some... I think we're going to see some rejection here. Yeah, I'm staying away from USDJPY. I'm staying away from it tonight. I don't like the chart. It got us yesterday with this big move. I'm not a fan of the chart tonight. You think it's going to go to 15855? It could. It's kind of a random level. If anything, I'd see it going up to 15830 or 158468. Right around that area. Just depending on what we see here in terms of volume starting to come in. The GBP CHF trade and the EuroJPY trade are the ones that are just at major zones. Major zones. I almost just want to take the sell on EuroJPY because we haven't broken it since 1990. It's been 36 years. And you're good for at least 30 pips back down to the EMA ribbon and the FEG. Desmond, why I'm staying away from USDJPY? Yeah, sure, I can explain it. So it opened, market open was down here. We had a massive spike last night, and then it spiked back down. Right now, with this fair value gap right here, it makes me a little nervous. And after yesterday's move right here, where we had a sell right here because we had a clear break of structure right here. So you had your uptrend, right? You had your break of structure right there. It came down, and it should have came down here, and it didn't. So the movement right now, the price action on USDJPY, and it being in this massive fair value gap right here, and this one right here, just leads me to believe that it's too uncertain for me to get back in today. Like I said, we were in it yesterday. It's not necessarily a chart that I love tonight. I think there's better options. The way that we analyze our charts is we take the best probability based off our rules. And the rules that we have right now, I don't love that trade. I truly think EuroJPY sells is going to be the move, or GBP CHF buys, or EuroGBP buys is going to be. But GBP CHF, again, is at a pretty strong point here all the way back to Monday the 24th of November. But again, going back to the EuroJPY EJ chart, this resistance is stronger than it's ever been. You can't deny 36 years of rejection. Yosef, how did I make my FVGs? It's a indicator. It's called Nephew Sam. It's this right here. Nephew _ Sam _. It's just an indicator on TradingView, and it's free. That's what I use. Henry John, what's going on? Welcome back to the stream. No, you didn't miss anything. Don't worry. You did not miss anything. Desmond, yeah. Yeah, Desmond, I go live Sunday through Thursday. Tomorrow, you're going to get 2 streams. Tomorrow, I'm going to stream the New York session and the Asian session. Because Thursday, I don't think I'm going to stream. I'm going to the PGA show in Orlando. I'm a PGA member, Professional Golfers of America. I'll be at the PGA show in Orlando, Florida on Thursday, meeting with a couple reps. So Thursday there'll be no stream. So tomorrow I'm going to give you guys 2 streams. Benny, you're in EuroJPY at 1853. 1853 with stops at 1859. 1859's high. Yeah. It's not a bad trade. My stops would be at like 1856. Mixter FX, this is EuroJPY that we're currently looking at. EuroJPY is what we're currently looking at right now. Why did I click 2 hour? Yeah, Desmond, I try to engage with everyone, you know. We're building a community here, so, you know, we're trying to make some money, have everybody make money with us. This is not my main source of income. This certainly is a big chunk of it, but it is not my main source. I make good money from trading, really good money from trading, but it's not my main source. Like I said, I'm a professional golfer. Association member. I run a very large golf course during the day, but I trade every single night, Sunday through Thursday, the Asian session. I've got a lot of experience in trading. I've been trading for 15 years, so we realistically could get in sells on EuroJPY right now. I think this thing's going to rocket down. And GBP CHF, we could get in buys. We're just kind of looking through our charts here, though. Yeah, again, USD/JPY is now, it might flip bearish right now. Another reason that I'm staying away from it. Mixstar FX. You got FX in your name, though. You trade gold, but you got FX in your name? No, I'm just messing with you, man. But yeah, I like it. Yeah, no problem, Desmond. Like I said, I try and get back to everybody in the chat. I'm just trying to grow a community, you know? Yeah, the 4-hour chart looks great. My biggest loss? I don't know, a couple $1,000. Then $4,000. Here's how I look at trading. This is my philosophy. If you take the beginning of the year, or any amount of time you want to say that you started at, let's just say the beginning of the year. Or I can start when I started trading, but you can put it however you want. Since the beginning of the year to the end of the year, fiscal year, is there more money or less money in your bank account? That's all that matters. I don't care about your win percentage. I don't care about all that other stuff. Win percentage, R to R, none of that matters. Do you have more money than when you started with in a specific time frame? And the answer is yes or no. That's it. If you have less money than when you started with, but you have a 90% win rate, I don't give a crap.
New year, new me? Cute.
That's just how I look at it. Because you can be up on pips too, but be down in your account. That's why I think I'm going to change the way that I send out the weekly reports. The weekly reports that I've been sending out are in pips. I think I'm just going to do it in dollars. Because you can be up on pips, but be down on dollars if your lot size was larger on your losses than it was on your wins. It's very misleading, and I think that's part of the problem with this industry is that you can mislead people very easily by saying, I made so-and-so pips, I made X amount of money. You might have made $100,000, but if you started with 200 and you only have 100 left, that means you still lost 100. Yep, exactly. And I know it probably sounds like I'm just saying that, but like it's just the truth. It's just the truth. Appreciate that, Henry, and I appreciate you, Miguel. So it was a good question, Desmond, but that's roundabout answer. That's where I'm at on it. That's how I feel about it. We're going to get a new hour candle here in 20 minutes. I'd like to see this 4-hour candle close bearish. I appreciate that, Henry. But we got a bonus stream tomorrow, guys. So we're going to go live for New York and Asian tomorrow. Sorry. Tomorrow's Thursday, right? Just New York. I'm sorry. Just New York. Tomorrow's Thursday, yeah. So we're going to just do New York tomorrow because I have to go to the PGA show. I keep forgetting tomorrow's not... No, tomorrow's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Man, I got my days messed up. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we will be doing... Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. Tomorrow, we will do New York session and Asian session. Thursday, we won't have any trading sessions on Thursday. I'm going to be out of office all day Thursday. Yeah, no problem, Desmond. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the stream. Like I said, I go live pretty often, so... What time am I kicking off tomorrow? What time you guys want to go tomorrow? I'm thinking 9. 30 minutes pre-market. I'm not from here, but I live here. I've been here for 6 years now. Going on 6 years. I think we'll probably either go 8:30 or 9-ish tomorrow. Do we have news tomorrow? Let's take a look. It will test your manhood, Miguel. It will. Did you trade it all today with your own money, Miguel? I know you opened an account. Benny from Ireland. Nice. I'm originally from New York. I lived in New York, New Jersey, Florida, Miami, which is also Florida, but I'm in Daytona Beach now. Good. Good. Hopefully you made some money, man. Hopefully you made some money. Good. I'm glad you did. That's awesome. Couple $1,000. There you go. That's the goal. 4,000. No, 1,000 a day. 1,000 a day is what my goal is. That's 4,000 a week. 4,000 to 5,000 a week, assuming that you have one loss. Call it 4,000 a week. 4 times 4. That's 16,000 a month. 16,000 a month is a very, very good realistic target for a $5,000 to $10,000 account. In my opinion. 1,000 a day keeps the W-2 away, 100%. Tell you what, I just did my taxes yesterday. Whew. Boy, I owe. It's ridiculous. Paid $20,000 in taxes this year already, and I still owe somehow. Sick of these W-2s, man. We got 15 minutes until we get a new candle here. Yeah, 15 minutes. Yeah, man. I'm over it. Over the W2s. We haven't gotten in a trade yet, guys, because we're waiting for a little more volume and a little more confirmation as to what's going to happen in these markets here. I would say I've been there, man. I've been there, Desmond. I would say focus on what you can control. Focus on what you can control, not what you cannot control. Pretty simple in terms of advice. And I'm no life coach, but over the years I've learned focus on what you can control, not what you can't control. And whatever you can control, put 100% toward it. Don't half-ass anything. How you do anything is how you do everything. Benny, yes, I do give signals. It's in my Discord. I give free signals in my Discord. Yes, I do. The bot's been sending it out, but here. There you go. Yep. Signal's right there, though. See if we get some retracement at this 8 o'clock hour. Back up to get in at a better price on EuroJPY sells or GBP CHF buys. Again, I like them both. Both good charts. GBP CHF buys, you're looking at between 18 and 40 pips. EuroJPY, you're looking at between 21 and 30 to 70 pips. I think the potential's higher on EuroJPY in terms of movement. And I just like the resistance point being so strong. Oh, yeah, the bot just sent the Discord. There you go. It does it every so often. I think EuroJPY sells is going to be our best bet here. Just being that the resistance is so strong. And but we're going to see how we get this hour close. And see what we do from there. We're almost up to 650 subscribers, guys. Appreciate the heck out of you guys. Seriously, it means a lot. I was at 200 subscribers on December 1st. We're up to 648. That's pretty cool. I think we're going to end up getting our sell signal here. You got it, Desmond, man. You got it. What's quite a bit, Miguel? What you like, Miguel? Oh, the jumping subs? Yeah, it's insane. Watch hours, too. Almost at 1,000 watch hours. Which is insane. Getting like 30 to 40 watch hours per stream. It's awesome. Yeah, we're going to end up taking sells on EuroJPY. I can just tell you now based off the chart. Any recommendations on books? I would say a couple things you can do. Yep, me too, Miguel. Those are the two I'm looking at. Couple things you can do. One, go to my YouTube channel and look at the playlists. I have how to day trade. I have a 3-part series on there on the basics of day trading. Watch those 3 videos. They're 11 minutes long each. They're not very long. Watch those. I'll show you guys real quick. Go to YouTube here. Playlists. Right here. Oops. How to day trade learning series. It's 3 videos long. Right here. 1, 2. Oops, you can't see that on that one. 1, 2, and 3. Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. Watch these. They're all about 11 minutes long. If that's not enough for you, there's always other methods you can do. I wrote an ebook that's pretty good, to be honest with you, but if you don't want to learn through me, I would suggest just going on YouTube, type in Adam Koo. Yeah, Oanda's not accurate. I agree with you there. Yeah, EuroJPY has way more. Way more. It always will. EuroJPY in this session is always just the most volume. Every single night. It's the most volume. Yeah, no problem, Benny. And if you have questions, just DM me in my Discord. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. $18540 is what I'm thinking entry. Yep, right around there. Honestly, we could enter now. I just want to see if we get any retracement, but it looks like we might get a bearish engulfing candle on the 1 hour. And then the 4 hour I'm not really worried about, because even if the 4 hour comes up and creates a wick, at most you're looking at 15 pips, 14 pips. Like our stop loss, if we're getting this trade, our stop loss is going to be up here just so we don't get wicked out. And you're looking at a trade like this. That's kind of what we're looking at. Give it some room to breathe. Not a crazy amount, though. It's a pretty tight stop loss. I mean, you're looking at only 30 pips. It's a pretty tight stop loss with a pretty large upside. That's what I'm looking at, though. What's the price at? 185.3. Yeah, if we get a bunch of selling pressure, and our points here are going to be pretty easy to point out here. That's going to be 1. That's going to be 2. And that's going to be 3 right there. There was no news, Ryan. There was news this morning. This morning you had GBP news that was bad for the currency. But it's the beginning of the Asian session, Ryan. So you're getting a lot of volume coming in right now for the start of the Asian session. We're about to be an hour into the Asian session. We're going to see what happens here on this hour, though. I'd like to see the other Euro pair selling, too, which it looks like they are. Euro AUD, yeah, all of them are selling. The question is, are they going to continue to sell? But EuroJPY especially looks... Oops, didn't mean to move that. Appreciate you, Henry, man. That means a lot. Thank you. Miguel, if you look at the chart I have up right now, you're looking at, if we enter somewhere around where it's at, looking at almost 30 pips for TP1. 50 pips for TP2, and then 70 pips for TP3. What am I trading tonight? Either EuroJPY or GBP-CHF. One of those two. No, we're waiting. We're going to wait till the hour closes to see what happens. Yeah, I got taxes to pay too, man. Unfortunately. Uncle Sam crushing me. Uncle Sam absolutely crushing me. Gotta get his cut, always. Yeah, we did lose last night. Full transparency, I won't hide that. Yeah, we lost some money last night. I lost like $2 grand last night. Nothing crazy, just a little Submariner. We got 2 minutes until this new candle goes. Yeah, I mean, losses are going to happen. It's part of the game. If you can't handle losing, you probably can't handle trading. That's just the truth. Looking for a little bit of retracement. Hopefully we get a red close. Switch to the horizontal stream if you want to see what pairs they are, but this is EuroJPY. On the horizontal stream, you can see it on my whole screen. There's 2 streams going. There's a vertical and a horizontal. But yeah, Nazu, this is EuroJPY. We're looking at EuroJPY and GBP-CHF. And they both look nice. I got to make up because you've been losing? It's an interesting way to look at it. I don't trade by chasing trades. We mark up the charts the way that they're supposed to go. We mark up the charts with our system, and based off what we see and what the markets are giving us, we take a buy or sell based off that. I don't chase after a loss. We got a full bullet bearish engulfing candle on the hour here. Yeah, exactly. Gonna wait 5 or 6 minutes into this hour candle to see what happens. The full bearish engulfing is a really good sign, though. Liquidity mechanic. Philip, yeah, this is EuroJPY, guys. This is EuroJPY right now that we're looking at. Yeah, I like scalping. Scalping's fun, but I won't do it on less than like the 5 minute. Like the 5 minutes pretty much kind of where I stick around. 5 and 15 minute is the lowest time frame. Am I wearing meta glasses? No. These are just blue light glasses. These aren't even real glasses. They're just blue light for staring at a screen for so long. I don't actually wear glasses. Only when I trade and stream and stare at a screen for hours, just so I don't get a headache, you know? Yeah, 1 minute will give you a heart attack. Trading the 1 minute? I mean, come on, look at that. Gosh, I don't want to trade that. This is why we didn't enter the trade right away. Let's see what happens here on this 1 hour. I think you're going to retrace about halfway through. Yep. And GBP CHF. Oh man, GBP CHF is going to go too. But the volume's on EuroJPY. My only issue is that, and it doesn't directly correlate, but it does correlate a little, is that EuroGBP looks like such a strong buy. Like such a strong buy. Yeah, I still really like this EuroJPY chart. Look at some of the other ones that we had. Euro USD closed bearish. USD CAD still consolidating. And USD JPY ended up closing bearish on that last hour candle. Yeah, I'm staying away from that one. GBP CHF looks like it consolidated pretty good here and created a pretty strong support. You're looking at 7 hours of support here. Looks like we're going to get some retracement a little bit right down here, and I think this one's going to blow through also. 18 to 30 pips. Yeah, about 18 to 30. They're good looking charts though. Our entry point's going to be EuroJPY or GBP CHF? We have not decided yet. We're still looking to see which one. I think we're going to end up going with EuroJPY. Yeah, EuroJPY looks solid, guys. I think I'm going to get in sells on EuroJPY. Yeah, not quite yet, but that's what I'm thinking. Have a ribbon flip, fair value gap. It's wild that it's still saying it's a strong buy. From the lows, still got 25 pips. Kind of want to see it break this. Right there. Although I truly believe we already flipped, we're going to hold off for a second. But I do truly believe we already flipped. We're not in this trade yet, guys. We're not quite in it yet. Might wait to see what the 15-minute candle does here. Just don't want to get faked out, you know? We want to make sure that we're looking at this from all angles. It's fighting it to come down. It's certainly fighting it to come down. But a break of the lows would be a really good indication for us to get in. Boy, this candle is just hopping up and down. NZDJPY looks like it's going to drop off. Yeah, NZDJPY looks like NZDJPY is absolutely flying down. You said this is not gold. No, I do not trade gold. On EuroJPY, our target. So we have our 3 take profits listed right here. A target would be 185,082. And then 184,844. That would be our targets. And then the final one would be 184,700 area. But these 3 green lines would be target take profits. That would be our target take profits. It's having a tough time buying back up, but like I said, I really would love to see it break those lows. Mr. Picks, welcome back. What's going on, man? How are you? Alright, we might get in on the 15 here. I think our entry is going to be the yellow line. Deep voice. Yes, this is EuroJPY. You are correct. You are correct. This is EuroJPY. We're looking at getting in sells here. Strongly considering sells here. Just want to make sure we're not going to get faked out here. That's the most important thing. Just making sure that we meet our criteria to get in this trade. You got, what, 3 minutes? 2 minutes and 15 seconds to see what we kind of get here in terms of movement. I hope so, Henry. I hope you're right. I sure hope you're right. I hope you're right, man. I just don't want to hop in this too hastily. Because what we kind of want to see is like a break and retest and then it to go down. You know? I hope you're right, Henry. I appreciate you. Yeah, the break and retest. I want to see it break it and then retest it. You know what I mean? Ideally come below the EMA ribbon. Retest it, and then we'll see these enter right about here on the retest. We closed bearish. We closed bearish. That's good. It's a simple strategy. We broke the lows, so that's the first step. We have a strong resistance point. That's one. We have what we think is a confirmed downtrend or a reversal. We have a candle closure below the EMA ribbon. We have a fair value gap created. We just want to wait for a break and a retest now. That is exactly why you wait to get in. I'm going to take this off so people don't think we're in a trade. Because we're not in a trade yet. We're still just watching this. What a move up. Not faking us out today, charts. Not getting us today. There you go, Mr. Pick, Super Green, good. Sorry, I just saw that. Good, I'm glad to hear that. Break and retest. Let's take a look at that GBP CHF chart. Still just flirting with this line. Yeah, I agree with you. Trading is boring, trading alone. It really is. That's why we're trying to create a community of traders that make money together. Exactly, 100%. 100%. That's the way to do it. We'll see here. It's just so odd that these 15-minute candles, like, they love to break the lows and then shoot up. They love it. They love to break the lows and shoot up. But that yellow line right there is ideally where we want a candle closure below. That's going to be our key zone here. And we're getting bounces off this EMA ribbon, which is solid. The other euro pairs dropping. Trying. They're trying. Yeah, I just think the 1 hour, I think the 1 hour is easiest to read. In my opinion, like it makes sense that we came up and made a wick on the 1 hour. We'd expect to see it come and wick down. You like the 30-minute though, huh? See, the 30-minute though shows that we're bouncing off this EMA ribbon. The 1 hour shows that we got room to come down and hit it. 25 pips worth. That's why I stick to the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and the 15-minute. This thing's gonna sell down. This thing's gonna sell down. To at least the fair value gap. I think 28 pips is our goal. 20 to 25, 28 pips is our goal. Yeah, 28 pips. 20 to 28, I should say. We can close red, that'd be nice. At 500 views, 500 subscribers. No, I didn't. I'm gonna do it at 1,000. And I'm gonna give it to 5 people. Whoever has the most activity. I have a tracker that I put on my YouTube stream that shows who's got the most activity. When I hit 1,000 subs, I'm gonna give away 5 VIPs. But I have a tracker on this Nightbot thing. It's pretty cool, actually. It shows who comments the most, who has the most interaction, who watches the longest. So when I hit 1,000, I'll give 5 away. This 15-minute candle's playing around. It's playing around. What is it doing? GBP CHF is going to go. Again. You know what? I'm just going to put it in there permanently, what we're looking for. That way everybody knows. We're looking for this to break, come here, and then go. Thank you. Oh shit, I dropped it. Nice, just joined the Discord, Desmond. Nice, man. Appreciate you. That's what we're looking to see on this chart. I'm going to move it over a little so it's out of the way of the candle. And on this chart, what we're looking to see is something like this. Live life. No, it was Advil. It was Advil. I got a headache. It was just Advil. No Adderall today. Live life. Good to see you back in here, man. You know what we're missing? My moderator, Adele. Where is he at? He's probably sleeping. Getting more pizza. It's about to sell. Yeah, we're gonna see here. What did this 5-minute close at? It's trying. It's just hanging out on this line. I'd feel comfortable getting in it, but I do want to see a break and retest. The 4 hour is extremely bearish off this top zone. Four hours extremely bearish. So's the one. So we'll see what we get. Just waiting for that break and retest so we don't get tricked. Realistically, though, you could get in this trade now, no problem, as long as you know you may hold some drawdown. Oh, there's some movement. There it goes. GBP CHF is the other one that we're looking at. See how it's at this strong support. We're looking for a reversal here up this way for possibly 16 to 18 pips. Second area would be about 37 pips. A break and retest on the 5 would be real nice. It would be extremely useful to get that. It broke under. It's solid underneath. And this is one of the hardest parts of trading, is that, like, when do you get in? Like, do we just get in now, or do we wait for the break and retest? Ideally, we want to wait for a break and a retest. But a 5-minute candle closure would certainly not hurt us. But what I think is going to happen is on this 4 hour, we're going to get a wick on this 4 hour back up to this area. Boy, it's selling. We have no FOMO about missing this move, by the way, because we're going to get a retest. I don't have FOMO about 5 to 7 pips, you know? Got to be able to manage your emotions here. No sense in jumping in quite yet. See, we're about to get a new 15-minute. No sense in having FOMO at all. We had the break, now we're going to wait for the retest. Yeah, technicals are calling it a buy. I saw that. Not on the lower time frames, though. Here's the thing. Look at the day chart. Man, even the day chart wicked down hard. That's our new 15-minute candle. 5 created a fair value gap too. We're waiting for the retest though. We're waiting for the retest. GBP CHF just has no idea what it's doing. It's trying to break these highs and blow through this fair value gap, but it's having a tough time. I'd love to see a 4-hour close exactly like this. This would be a perfect 4-hour close for us. Perfect 4-hour close. Be a perfect 4-hour close for sure. See that suck back up? I wouldn't worry so much about the technicals. They're going to change. Especially if you get a bearish 1-hour close, the technicals are going to change. $6.50 on the subscribers, guys. Appreciate you guys. I think our break and retest is going to be on the 5-minute. I think what we're going to see, and it's going to be a break and retest on the 5, but what we're going to see is on the 4-hour, we're going to come up and create a wick. What I'm hoping we do not do is come up and create a wick way up here, because it's done that in the past at this zone. But right now, if it closes like this in the next 25 minutes, we're going to have a bearish engulfing candle. Yes, sir, that's the goal, Princess. That is the goal. We got a lot of news tomorrow, too. $5-minute. Yeah, it's looking good for a break and retest. We broke through. Now we just want to see a retest, and that's where we're enter, and then we'll take the sells. But I think in order for us to get there, it's going to take till the 4 o'clock hour, or the 4-hour candle. And if that happens, we're going to want to wait to see if it comes up and creates a wick. I think it's going to. We're going to get a lot of movement. Yeah, 44,000 volume right now. It's a big old candle. We had the full clean break. Yeah, FXCM shows 45K. GBP on the hour. Might even come back down and retest the zone. EuroJPY looks like it's going to sell now. NZD-JPY is at an impasse. Oh, EURUSD looks solid. But that goes against our... Whoa, GBP CAD. There's the drop-off that we were looking at. 4-hour candle, guys. Remember how we talked about this at the beginning of the stream? USD CAD could go for, no joke, USD CAD can go for 170 pips. Easy. It consolidated and could not break that consolidation for 4, 8, 12, 16, 24 hours. I am moving USD CAD up to the top with these, that is a break and retest on the 4-hour. 100%. You had our break, had our retest for a long time. I mean, that retest was 20 hours. That is now my second or third favorite chart. Second or third favorite chart for sure. All right, who's still with me watching this? Boy, I really like that USD CAD chart. Benny's here. Thank you. What'd you say? Oh, thank you. We rockin'. Oh shit, that is hot. I didn't eat dinner today. I did not sell USD CAD, not yet, but I'm thinking about it because that chart looks awesome. That chart looks fantastic. Like I said, it went for 16 hours of not being able to break this fair value gap. This thing's gonna drop. And your zones on this? 1, 2, 3. If you want to put a fourth, you can put a fourth, but there's your zones on USD CAD. And that's to TP1 is 40 pips, TP2 75. We've got a lot of really good looking charts here. A lot of really solid looking charts. So our three charts are EuroJPY, USDCAD, and GBP CHF. We got a couple minutes until we get a new 15-minute candle. We're certainly going to take a look at that. Yeah, wow, USD CAD meets every single one of our rules on the 15-minute chart. And it's going to at least go for 10 pips just to get to the bottom. Same with EuroJPY. No fair value gap created, but it's there. The rules are there. Roscoe trades. Sell everything what you have. Collapse will come today. Yeah, the collapse on what? What pairs are you predicting that on? It's a bold statement. What are you going to back it up with? GBP US. They're all going to start moving. I only trade one market there, brother. Only trade foreign exchange market. We're looking at 2 to 3 charts. That's it. Appreciate the insight, though. Yeah, we'll see what's going to happen tomorrow. New York session's going to be very interesting tomorrow. Could be a bloodbath. I tell you what, out of all of these, I think USD CAD is now my number one. Look at that resistance there. I think USD CAD is now my number one. Between USD CAD and EuroJPY. Market open was $18423-ish. Market open was right here. So breaking market open would be big. For the day, that is. Yeah, 2 a.m., Benny. That's commitment, man. That's what it takes. Commitment. I appreciate you being here. It takes commitment to do that. Stay up that late. Shows you're dedicated. You know what I mean? It's a good quality to have. All right, let's have it retest this zone. Yeah, it broke the zone. We want to see it retest it. And I think we're going to see that at the new hour. Break and retest. Incoming break and retest on the 15-minute. What do you guys think? EuroJPY or USDCAD? What do you guys think? Curious. I know what I'm thinking. I want to know what you guys think. CAD does have more pips, but the break and retest, yeah, I won't trade both. I won't get into a trade on two separate pairs. Although they have nothing to do with each other, so you could. But I won't trade two pairs. I trade one trade at a time. I may enter multiple positions on the same trade, but I won't trade Yeah, CAD does have more pips, but so does this. I mean, this has a ton of pips. 20, 44, and 60. I mean, that's more than enough. I'm not greedy. Anything right around 20 pips profit is great. That's the goal. 20 pips profit is the way to go. 15 to 20 pips, if you get more, great. But 15 to 20 pips is the goal. With my strategy personally, 15 to 20 pips. We got 9 minutes, 8 minutes and 26 seconds until we get a new candle here. Prevail Naguma, welcome. Appreciate you joining. Thanks for joining the stream. I think what's going to happen is on this 4 hour, we're going to retrace up on the new 4 hour candle to about the yellow line, and then we'll take sells. How's everyone feel about that? I feel pretty good about that. USDCAD, same thing. The 4 hour, probably get some retracement, but nothing's going to touch this fair value gap. USDCAD's got some serious room to go. You've got a couple fair value gaps to break through. And in a single session, it has, let's see, let's go to 1. January 5th. So it typically goes about 46 pips a session. 21. This one went for 21 to 21. 64 pips. It's very possible. The session averages of the movement, extremely plausible. Extremely plausible. And USDCAD is sells on everything. EuroJPY is buys except for 15 minutes and lower. And 52K on the volume. You got a ton of volume on EuroJPY tonight. A lot of volume. And we got 6 minutes. Six minutes. First 15 minutes in the 9 hour candle, we'll see it retrace up here. Yep, I'm waiting for a retracement too, Miguel. I feel you there. On both. USDCAD too. On the hour. Yeah, on the hour as well. I'd like to see USDCAD break this, but I wouldn't mind taking a trade because even from there to there is 10 pips. That's good profit. And once it breaks that, I mean, you're home free for shit 40 pips just to TP1. 75 pips TP2, 146 to 3, and 180 to 4. That's assuming it drops all the way off. I think it'll probably be closer to like TP1, TP2 area would be the most. Yeah. On CAD? Oh, yeah, CAD. Super obvious right here. So, on CAD, my stop loss would be right here. Right there would be my stop loss. On CAD. You could be more conservative and take it up here, but I wouldn't want to get wicked out. I'd put it right here at the top of the fair value gap. So 1.38500 is where I would put my stop loss. We got 3 minutes and 30 seconds, guys. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. Be right back. Yeah, you certainly could swing trade it, that's for sure. USD coming up to retest. USD CAD coming up to retest. All right. What do we got here? What do we got? What do we got? Minute and 30 seconds, guys. Yeah, 15. Well, we're looking at it at the 4 hour and the 1 hour and the 15 minute. The 15 minute is where we want to see the break and retest. The break and retest is essentially just a wick up on the 4 and the 1 hour. So it's all kind of the same thing. They all correlate together. But the break and retest is going to be on the 15 minute. SW Houston, is this real or Discord? What do you mean? This is live on YouTube. What do you mean, is it real? I'm confused by that question. All right, 9 o'clock. This is as real as it's gonna get, brother. Yeah, he ain't wrong there. So on the 15 minute, here, let's look at the 4 hour here. We created a fair value gap on the 4 hour. Solid. Awesome. I don't use any of those. I use liquid brokers. Liquid brokers is what I use. No, this is not futures, SW Houston. Same thing that we were trading yesterday. It's just foreign exchange markets. Tell you what, they all look good. GBP CHF looks solid too. USD CAD looks solid. EuroJPY looks solid. Oops, didn't mean to move that. Here's our retest coming, guys, on EuroJPY. Here's our retest coming up to this zone. I don't think it's going to move much into this EMA ribbon. This might be the most retest that we get. Break and come up to right here and then down. USD CAD's gonna probably finish this M move. Why? Why what? Why am I trading foreign exchange? Because this is what I like to trade on. No, I do not trade the 1 minute. No. I use liquid brokers. They're out of Australia. Liquid brokers out of Australia is who I use. I found them to be the best. I like their application for the computer, and I think that they have the best spreads. This is who I use, guys. Right here is my broker. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Oh, yeah, you can. I'm in Florida. See, so this is where technical analysis gets involved. Yeah, Miguel's in Texas. He uses liquid brokers. So, are we using... The question is now, what is the zone that we're using as a break and retest? To me, the zone that I would use right here as a break and retest is this. We mark our charts up. I use the 15-minute for the break of structure because it moves a little quicker. If I were to wait for a break and retest on the 4-hour, I'd be here for 10 hours looking at the chart. So we manage from top down using the 4-hour for support and resistance, the 1 hour for the real, analysis of what it's doing, and then we enter on the 15 most of the time. And that's my strategy. How's GBP CHF looking? GBP CHF is going to go. We just got to worry about this fair value gap right here. But GBP CHF looks good. GBP CHF looks really good. And it looks like it's going to go for minimally 10 pips. That's hard to say. It depends what you're... Here's what I'll say, SW Houston. Don't focus on money. Focus on where the market is going to go. The money will come. You need to look at what your key zones are and where the market's going to move and how they're going to get to those key zones. The money will come. There is no answer to say how much you'll get on $100 for 5 minutes. It just doesn't work like that. All right, here's our break and retest, guys. Here's our break and retest. Yep, great break and retest. We're going to wick down off this. We could enter here. We could enter here. Boy, USDCAD looks so good too. USDCAD looks amazing. I think we're going to wait to see a new 15-minute candle here on EuroJPY. But USD CAD, right there. Go to that website, or just go to liquidbrokers.com. Liquidbrokers.com. We've been on this stream for 2 hours and 15 minutes, starting at Asian session open, and we have not gotten in a trade. And I want to point that out for a really good reason, guys. You don't want to just hop into trades based off FOMO or quick movement. We've gotten caught up over the past couple days, getting in a little early and holding some drawdown. We're not going to let that happen today. Boy, does USD CAD look good. Yep, patience for the entry, exactly. Look at this USD CAD trade. My goodness. And USD CAD, the technicals on all of them are a sell. On EuroJPY, the technicals are buys. That's the only reason I like the CAD trade better. And if you look at the 4 hour on the CAD trade, look at that. I think I'm going to end up taking the CAD trade, guys. Because this one came way up, which is fine. It's fine. Yep, patience is key to have. Yeah, see, I don't like that candle on EuroJPY, and the technicals are buys, but the USD CAD technicals are sells, and we have a massive fair value gap. Yeah, I don't like that. I need to see a wick. I need to see a wick down. But USD CAD's giving us what we want because it's not breaking that fair value gap. And on the 15 minute, we're having the break and retest right here. And we have something called the measuring move here. Okay? So when you have an M, guys, I'm going to get a little technical with you. When you have an M pattern, right? There's something called a measuring move. And this went down here. The measuring move is once you pass the middle of the M right here, you have a break and a retest. What you have, well, let me draw a line straight down. You have a line called a measuring move where this dotted line, those were terrible dots. This area right here is called your measuring move. This area right here is called a measuring move. After we get a retest right here, we should see it finish this measuring move right here, which is from the middle of the M to the bottom of where the previous low was. It's called a measuring move. You can look it up. It's a very real thing. 185574 is your entry. Oh, you're looking way up. For an entry on EuroJPY, that's a high entry. It could work. I like the technicals better on USDCAD. And if you look at the 4 hour, the 4 hour is gonna create this wick and come back down. This fair value gap's been there forever. We're gonna see this zone down here. I think this is the trade I'm gonna get in. I think I like the USD CAD trade better, to be honest with you guys. I don't trade gold. Wheat King. What does PANW mean? I don't know what that means, man. Halado Networks? No, I've never heard of that, man. Never heard of that, Wheat King. Alright, so we're getting a wick here. Palo Alto Networks. No, never heard of it. We're getting the wick. It's coming back down. There's our 15-minute candle. Unfortunately, we created a fair value gap right here, which leads me to believe that this Euro one might keep going up. But if this was our break and retest, we could take sells here. On USD CAD, I'd like it to reject this fair value gap and us fly down. And our GBP CHF trade, guys. GBP CHF trade also looks good. Looks real good. Looks really good. I do, yeah, I stream live 5 days a week. On the 5 minute on what chart? This could be our break and retest here, guys. Oh, it was perfect break and retest on the 5. I think EuroJPY on the 5. Yeah, we've seen this before, but again, a very nice break and retest. A very nice break and retest here. Now is just deciding which one is going to give us the best probability, the highest probability trade. And I think USD-CAD, if it rejects here, is your highest probability trade. EuroJPY looks good too. Again, break and retest. But we got to blow through this FEG right there. What's wrong with gold and silver? Gold's dropping. I mean, it was at an all-time high. It had to come down at some point. I think if USD-CAD rejects this fair value gap, we had a clear break and retest. Have a great night, Miguel. Did you end up getting in a trade, or you're still waiting? I don't blame you. I think GBP CHF is going to go, too. Yeah, it is a little confusing. That's why not everybody can do it, you know? And then EuroJPY. Hey, we had our break and retest on EuroJPY, guys. Ideally, we want to clear this zone right here, but looks like we had a really nice break and retest. I think I'm going to get in sells. Yeah, I'm getting in sells on USD CAD, guys. I'm selling USD CAD. I am in sells on USD CAD, guys. I decided. That's what I'm going with. So, I'm going to write this out here. Fair value gap. Let's look at the 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour fair value gap way up there. Just to give us some room. Drop this all the way down to obviously we may not get all the way there, but we're actually going to put this stop loss up at this fair value gap, the top of here. We had a beautiful break and retest on the 15. I am in at 1.38281. 1.38281. 1.38281. Yep, that's where I'm at. Yep, that's what I'm in on. send this out in the group. I'll zoom in a little. I'm sending this out in the Discord right now, guys. We are short on USDCAD. Bro, I just want to take a trade in BTC. You're more than welcome to. I'm not trading Bitcoin. I'm taking sells on, I'm in sells on USDCAD. You could also take sells on, EuroJPY. I can't tell you what to do. I can only tell you what I'm doing. But USDCAD is my move here. The trade should not be a buy. Agree to disagree, brother. Every time I trade live, I get somebody that tells me what they think the trade should be. And that's fine. I completely respect everyone's opinion, but I disagree. We had a clear break and retest. With a break of structure, and we're going to have a measuring move here. All the technicals are sells. We had the EMA ribbon flip. We had a fair value gap created. SL is at 1.38500. Yes, that is correct. That is correct, yes. But I'm in sells on this. I'm not concerned with the 1 day. You have to pick what you're trading on. I'm not trading on the 1 day. Just because the 1 day... Just because the 1 day says something, that doesn't mean that the movements in between you can't catch. We took a break and retest, guys. We took a break and retest. Here's your break of structure. Hold on. Here's your break of... This is your trend. You had a... There's your trend. It's a little wonky, but hold on. There's your trend. Here's your break of structure. And your... and it's... should reject right here. Same with EuroJPY. We had our break and retest. EuroJPY is gonna go. Okay, yeah, man. You can go the opposite of me. You can come into my stream and be the opposite of me. That's totally fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I have no prediction on gold. It is at an unprecedented high. Guys, it's at an unprecedented high. I have no idea what gold's going to do. It can do a lot of different things, but based on my analysis, this is what I think it's going to do. I don't trade Bitcoin, man. My brokers, liquid brokers. Look at this fair value gap on the 4 hour, guys. Look at this. On the 4 hour, you had 20 hours of resistance at this fair value gap. This thing's gonna go down. GBP CHF, it's a buy. It's a buy. It's a buy up to here for 40 pips. But you need to see a break and a retest there. We got the break and the retest on the 15-minute. This is outside the trend. So if this is the trend, we had our break of structure right here. All of our technicals are sells too. And if you want to look at the day chart, you can go ahead and look at the day chart as well. The day chart's a sell. The day chart's going to come back down and fill this wick, most likely. No, I'm charting a downtrend. We're in sells. This is a double top with sells. With an extremely strong fair value gap on the 1 hours and on the 4 hour, especially the 4 hour. Look at that 4 hour fair value gap that we've rejected all these times. EuroJPY is dropping too. EuroJPY is a good trade. It wicked all the way up and came down. We're gonna get a wick down. Just a matter of time. We've got plenty of room to work with too. GBP CHF really hasn't moved much, but I think it's going to end up going up. It's been consolidating for quite some time at this level right here. It has not been able to break this fair value gap. But I think we're going to wick down here. Yeah, I like this trade. And delete these trend lines just to make the chart look a little more clear. Yeah, this wick's having trouble. Yeah, look at the 15. Break and retest. Break and retest at the EMA ribbon. Our zone's right here. We're flipping red. Why not Bitcoin? I just don't trade Bitcoin. I don't like the price action on Bitcoin at all. Just don't like the price action on it. I like to add alerts. So for those of you guys who are here new, I add alerts on my chart so I don't have to stare at my screen when I do end up going to bed. So I add all these and name them. We'll put TP1, add alert, TP2, EuroJPY. Looks like it's dropping pretty good. Oops, did not mean to do that. Whoa, what happened to my chart? Okay, there we go. It looks like it's dropping pretty good. I mean, it's gonna have it broke. We had it break, it retested, we had it break, and now it might be retesting this zone again. That's why I picked the USDCAD trade. This is why I picked the USDCAD trade, guys. Look at that 4-hour fair value gap. Massive. You had almost a bullish, bearish engulfing candle. We're in profit right now on this trade. The 1 hour wicked right down. Right now I'm in for 5 lots. So I'm on one trade, but I'm trading 5 lots. Five lots is a good amount. This is the trade I like the most, guys, based on my system. Everybody has a different system. Everybody trades differently. There's more than one way to make money in the markets. This is how I trade. And some may not agree with me. Some may think it's the best system in the world. But this is how I trade it. And I've been doing this for 15 years. So for those of you guys that are new, I've been trading for 15 years. I'm a profitable trader. At the end of the day, or the end of the week, or the end of the month, or the end of the year, more times than not, I have more money than when I started. That's what defines a profitable trader. But now that we're in it, we don't have to sit and watch it. We have everything set. So like the first part of the trade is getting into it, analyzing it, figuring out, what the market's doing, when you're going to get in. And the second part is managing the trade while you're in it. But we're in profit right now. Yeah, 15 looks great. 15 looks great. We're going to see this measuring move right here. Right here, we're going to see this measuring move. It's going to come down to right here, at minimum. At minimum. And that's from our entry 13 pips. I will move my stop loss to break even after we get to take profit 1. And I'll close 50% of positions. Because on my broker, I can close positions, percentage of positions. And I'll send that in the Discord so everybody knows exactly what's going on. I like this trade a lot, guys. I think that's going to be it for me, though, guys. I'll wait another 5 minutes, 4 minutes. But we've analyzed this chart. We've gotten in. Now it's a waiting game. It's late for me here. It's almost 10 o'clock p.m. And I'm going to get up early and do the New York stream in the morning. Hopefully we have profit here in the next hour to 2 hours. But I appreciate everybody joining. Yeah, EuroJPY, I don't think it's a fake out. I think EuroJPY looks just fine. I think EuroJPY is going to go for 13 to 30 pips as well. I like the USDCAD trade better. And in 3-4 minutes, 2:45 a.m. Yeah, it's early there for you. But yeah, I'll either use a trailing stop or I'll move my stop losses to break even when I get to take profit 1. All our technicals are sells. We had a strong downtrend. We had a fair value gap that we used on the 4 hour for almost 17 hours. So what we did here was just analyze, wait for the break and break and retest. This M, I think, is going to come to fruition here. From down here, I think it's going to end up being right down here before we have any more retracement back up and then come back down. That's what I think is going to happen. So, if you're in this trade, make sure you mark your lines out. Make sure you put your alerts on, so you don't have to stare at your screen all night or all day or all morning, whatever time it is near you. But that's gonna be it for me, guys. I appreciate everybody coming, and we're staying in this trade. If you're in the Discord, I will let you know if I get out. It's here. I'll send you the Discord. I will let everybody know in the Discord what happens if we end up closing the trade. Right there, brother. That's how you join it. But we're sitting right on the line on our entry after a break and retest. Yeah, I just sent it in the chat, guys. Discord is a community I created where traders can talk, and I have different rooms. We have our weekly stats. We have our signals that we send out. So there's a lot going on in the Discord. It's really cool, in my opinion. It's a really good way to create a community, and that's what I use. But I just sent the link in there, guys. You should be able to see that link. You should be able to see that link. I just sent it. Here, let me try it on this one. There you go. Again, we're just testing this zone right here. Testing this zone, and we've created all red fair value gaps. Downtrend confirmed. 4 hour, we're going to wick down this way, ideally. But I appreciate everybody who's joined the stream, everybody who's subscribed. We're on our way to almost 1,000 subscribers, which is awesome. And the community's only getting bigger and better. And all of this is for free. All of it's for free. Adele finally made it in. Right as I'm ending stream, man. That's okay, though. You needed your sleep, buddy. We waited all night for this break and retest. Can you please? Yes, I wrote the broker. Yep, the broker's right here, guys. Yep, I will give you the broker. Here you go. That's the broker that I use. Bernardo Gary, welcome, man. That's the broker that I use. Right there, man. That's the broker that I use. Watch this trade, guys. Make sure you set your alarms on our take profits and everything. But this is the trade we're in, and we're looking for a pretty decent amount of pips here. Our stop loss is way up here at 1.3850. We've got a 10 pips break of the lows. We've got a TP1, a TP2, and a TP3 way down here. So based off the chart and what I'm seeing, this is what it looks like. I hope everybody has a great night, though, guys. We are in a very solid looking trade. So thank you guys. New York session tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Between 8:30 and 9:30, I will be on. Make sure you turn your notifications on. You'll know when I go live. All right? Everybody good with that? Everybody understand why we're in this trade? I hope everybody has a great night, guys. What I'm going to do is turn the music off here, and we're going to do a round of applause for everyone that was here tonight. Make sure you guys like the stream and subscribe. I appreciate you. We got a good trade going. Appreciate you guys. Have a great night, everybody.